Ever feel like you're caught between the real world and the online one, where technology and truth get kind of blurry and a bunch of people are stuck in the middle?
Yeah, it's like one of those stories you read and it feels like it's going to be in the news tomorrow. Like it's so close to becoming reality.
Exactly. And that's what we are going to look at closely right now, taking one source and pulling out the most important and interesting parts, so we can understand it all better.
So the source we're diving into is Viral Safari, The Hunt for Truth by this author, G. Anthony Smith. Even the title, just makes you want to know more. And especially when you think about Smith's other work.
What do you mean?
Well, he really focuses on this knowledge is freedom idea. It's like a whole movement, the wisdom to wake up wealth thing, where storytelling meets financial stuff. He's even got a YouTube channel, Growth with Gerard.
Oh, interesting. So he's all about how understanding things can make you stronger.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see that in Viral Safari, too.
So in Viral Safari, the world is all about AI. Like AI controls everything and who has power.
Right. And the story starts with these 10 people. They're all disruptors, they challenge the way things are done. And they get this invitation from this mysterious company, Atlas Tech.
Ooh, mysterious. I like it already.
Right. So Atlas Tech invites them on this luxury safari in Africa. They say it's a chance to get amazing content and stuff.
Sounds pretty sweet, right? Like, who wouldn't want to go on an all-expenses-paid safari?
Yeah, at first it seems amazing, like a dream come true. But as you read on, you start to feel like something isn't quite right.
Oh, I bet. So it's not just a free trip. There's something more going on, something maybe a little dangerous.
Exactly. So what we want to do in this deep dive is figure out what's really happening, who are these people, what are the risks as the story unfolds? The big questions.
Okay, let's get into it. So we start with the invitation. It's super mysterious. And we meet Kai Mercer. He's this YouTube star who's known for being a fearless journalist.
Yeah, he's always exposing tech corruption and stuff. He's got a huge following because he's not afraid to, call out the big guys.
So Atlas Tech invites him on this safari, no strings attached, no NDAs, no contracts, nothing.
Which is kind of weird, right? When you think about it. I mean, this guy exposes secrets for a living, and they're just like, come on this free trip, do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's suspicious for sure. They must want something from him.
Right, and Kai feels that tension too. He's drawn to the story, but he's also worried about what they might be planning.
Totally. But of course, his curiosity wins, and he says yes.
He can't resist, right?
Nope. And he's not alone. 9 other people get the same invitation. And it's a really diverse group. They come from all different walks of life.
Yeah, you got Nina Castillo. She's like a total adrenaline junkie, always going on crazy adventures.
Sounds fun.
Right? And then there's Seth Donovan. He used to be a big tech guy, but then he became a whistleblower.
Oh, wow. So he knows the dark side of the tech world firsthand.
Yeah, exactly. And Lana Voss, she's a lifestyle influencer.
Right.
But she's got this secret, huge debt. So maybe she's more vulnerable than she seems.
That's interesting. It's like everyone's got their own secrets.
Yeah, and their own reasons for going on this trip.
So then there's Jace Wildcard Reynolds, ex-Special Forces. I feel like he's going to be important later.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's the survivalist. Then there's Amara Singh. She's a digital artist, and she used to work on secret AI projects.
So she might know some insider stuff.
Exactly. Then there's Trevor Knox. He's all about virtual reality and nature. He seems pretty excited about the tech side of things.
Yeah, I bet. And Monica Yates, she's a journalist known for taking down corrupt companies. She's not going to be easy to fool.
Nope. And finally, there are the Park twins, Felix and Jordan. They're gamers, and they use AI a lot in their streams.
Oh, wow. So they're already deeply connected to AI.
Yeah. So you've got this whole group of people who are all disruptors in their own way.
It's like a powder keg waiting to explode.
Right. So they all get on this private jet, and right away it feels off.
How so?
Well, everything is automated. The seats adjust to them perfectly. The AI knows Kai's name and his coffee order. It's super personalized, but also kind of creepy.
Yeah, how much do they know about these people?
Exactly. It makes you think about your own data and how much information companies collect about us without us even knowing.
It's a little unsettling.
Yeah. Then the screens turn on, and there's this message. You are the future.
Ominous.
Right. It's like a promise, but also a threat.
Yeah, they're being told they're part of something bigger, but they don't know.
So they arrive at the safari camp, and it's incredible. Luxurious tents, amazing food, AI assistants everywhere. But that uneasy feeling is still there.
Of course, because they know they're being watched.
Yeah. And one of the guests, Lena Carter, she's an investigative journalist, she starts looking into the Atlas Tech drones.
What does she find?
Well, she realizes the drones aren't just for show. They're recording everything the guests do.
Like they're spying on them.
Basically.
Hmm.
And when Lena tries to turn off her tracking bracelet, she gets this warning from the AI.
Oh no, so they're trapped.
Yeah. And Finn Reynolds, the ex-Special Forces guy, he senses something's wrong too. He notices the guides are always watching them.
It's like they're prisoners in a gilded cage.
Exactly. And the group is divided in how they feel about it.
Like, some are okay with it and some are not.
Yeah. Zayn Malik, the tech influencer, he loves the drones. He thinks they're amazing.
Of course he does.
Right. But then Ava Sinclair, the whistleblower, she's trying to contact the outside world, but she can't. All communication is blocked.
So some are excited about the tech, and some are realizing it's being used to control them.
Yeah. And then things get really crazy. Kevin, the conspiracy theorist, disappears.
Wait, what?
He's gone. One minute he's there, the next he's not.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's like something just snatched him.
And the others, how did they react?
They're freaked out. They try to rewatch his last moments on camera, but there's nothing. Just a scream and then static.
Oh man, I'm getting chills.
It's scary, right? And then a drone comes down, slowly, with its red light shining. And it just waits there, watching them.
Oh, that's creepy. Like it's taunting them.
Yeah, and they hear these sounds in the jungle. Like something big is moving around.
Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going.
And then they see glowing eyes in the darkness. And they hear a growl.
No way. Lions.
Lions, a whole pack of them. And they're surrounded.
I mean, they're in Africa, but still, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and Blaine, one of the guests, he's worried about the electric fence. Is it working?
Good question.
Milo checks the AI control panel, and it says the fence is foolproof. But why are the lions there?
It's like the technology is failing them.
Or maybe it's being used against them.
That's a scary thought. So do they survive the lions?
They do, but then they run back to the lodge, and their digital world starts to fall apart. Their devices malfunction. They can't connect to the internet.
It's like they're being cut off from everything they know.
Exactly. And then Xander, the ex-tech mogul, he figures it out. They're being played.
What do you mean?
Atlas Tech is manipulating them. They create this fake live stream that makes the guests look like cyber terrorists.
Oh my gosh, that's messed up.
Yeah, it's like they're being framed.
And then they hear the voice of the Atlas Tech CEO over the intercom.
Yeah, he's like, you can run or you can submit. It's an ultimatum.
So what do?
They run. They have to. The drones are activated and the hunt begins.
Wow, this is intense. So they're running for their lives now.
Yeah, and the drones are hurting them like cattle.
That's chilling.
And some of the guests are starting to panic. They don't know what to do.
It's a survival situation now.
Yeah, and they're not exactly prepared for it. I mean, they're influencers,
Yeah.
not wilderness experts.
Right, they're used to having everything at their fingertips.
Exactly. And then one of the guests, Troy, betrays the others.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he goes over to Atlas Tech's side, and then a drone attacks him.
So he betrays them, and then Atlas Tech betrays him.
It's brutal. It shows you how ruthless they are.
Wow. And the others, what happens to them?
Well, Maya and Dante, they have this encounter with a lion, but then a drone comes down and tries to help them.
Wait, so the drones are helping them now?
Not exactly. The lion attacks the drone and destroys it.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. So even the lions are fighting back against the technology.
Yeah, it's like nature's rebelling. And Maya realizes maybe that's their only hope.
To use nature to their advantage.
Exactly. So the group regroups. They're down one member now, but they're not giving up.
For them.
They decide to go completely off the grid. No more technology.
It's a bold move.
Yeah, they have to disappear if they want to survive. And that's where we leave them for now.
So we've seen this incredible turn of events. What are the big takeaways here?
I think one of the biggest is how quickly things can change. They went from being pampered guests to being hunted.
Yeah, it's a reminder that things aren't always what they seem.
And it makes you think about our own relationship with technology. How much do we rely on it? And how vulnerable are we if that technology is turned against us?
It's a scary thought.
Yeah, and it ties into Smith's whole knowledge is freedom thing. If we understand how these systems work, we can protect ourselves better.
So it's not just about entertainment, it's about awareness.
Exactly. And the story really makes you think about what freedom means in a digital age.
Yeah, it's not just about having access to the internet, it's about control. who controls the information and who controls the narrative.
Right, and Viral Safari shows us how easily that control can be taken away.
And what happens when it is?
Yeah. So, what do you think the listener should take away from all of this?
Good question. I think it's about being mindful. Pay attention to how you use technology, how much you share, and who has access to your data.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to question things. Don't just accept the narrative you're given.
And maybe, just maybe, take a break from the digital world every now and then. Go outside, enjoy nature.
Yeah, remember there's a whole world out there beyond the screen.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into Viral Safari, the hunt for truth. It's a story that will definitely stay with you.
And hopefully it'll spark some important conversations.
Until next time.